Hello and welcome to the next video of my World's 2023 preview series where we're going to cover KT Rolster, the third seed from Korea. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you are somebody that's been around the block and been with me for a bit, I do have new lighting, so the angle is different. I'm able to actually separate the webcam from the light. I'm just still trying to work on the whole glare thing, keeping it off my glasses, as well as the whiteboard. So if the angle sucks, there is a shadow over here. It's something I have to work out. So KT, in my opinion, there were times this summer and frankly even spring, but mostly summer, where KT looked like they were the best team in the world, outside of maybe JDG. They were playing clean League of Legends. They identified their win conditions and were exceptional. I think that those win conditions have not changed, which makes them very predictable, and at the same time may have been why they ended up being the 3 seed from the LCK and not better. So the last 3 years, the 3 seed from the LCK has made it out of group stage. Now, obviously, this Worlds is different, a different format, but the last 3 years they finished in quarters in 22 and 20, and then semifinals in 2021. Their coach is Hirae. Hirae has no international experience as a head coach. Based on my research, I utilize Leaguepedia and Games of Legends for my stats. This team has a star in top lane in Kiin. This tournament is like really good when it comes to top laners. We have Kiin, Bin, and the Shy all in one tourney. In 2023, Kiin, by the way, 24 years old. The average age of this team is 23.8. He had a 5.1 KDA, 8.6 CS per minute, 58.2 KP in the LCK. He's a carry-oriented top laner. 410 gold per minute, 465 damage per minute. This was about 21.3% of the team's damage. Sorry, 21.3% of the gold, 22.5% of the team's damage. So third tier carry when it came to damage. 15, 1, and 80, so 15 gold, 1 CS, and 80 XP were the diffies at 15 minutes. Therefore, in the first 15 minutes, he's actually not opening up leads in the LCK. 8 solo kills in 57 games, which is definitely pretty passive, and 15 champions played. Despite playing 15 champions, 21 of his 57 games from summer and playoffs and regional finals were played on Renekton. So very Renekton heavy for Kiin. Just making sure, yes, I'm still, once in a while I got to do that and make sure I'm still on the screen here. Internationally, he's only went to Worlds once in 2018 with a Freak of Freaks, and dropping out in quarterfinals. He'd go 4-5 at that event. He had a 2.8 KDA, 9.5 CS per minute, 72.8 KP. They fought around Kiin and fed Kiin at that tournament. 401 gold per minute, 457 damage per minute. On average, he was up 320 gold, 6 CS, 480 XP at that tournament. 5 solo kills in 9 games. So Kiin dominated that one, looked excellent, showed that he was the carry-oriented top that we know and love. And I am actually really happy to see him at Worlds once more. In the jungle, they have Cuzz, who's also 24 years old. I will say Cuzz, in my opinion, is the worst player on this team. 6 KDA, 5.8 CS per minute, 73.7 KP. These numbers are very good. The team fights around each other, allows themselves to farm. Really not big diffies at 15 minutes. They kind of wait things out. 355 gold per minute, which is 18.4% of the team's gold. 308 damage per minute, about 15% of damage. On average, he's up only 50 gold, 4 CS, 155 XP at 15 minutes. 1 single solo kill, 10 champions in 57 games. Like I said, Cuzz, I think, is the weakest link. There are moments where he ints his face off. And frankly, that is where the team definitely has their glaring issue. He's been to international events twice as a substitute. He's 8-4, Worlds 2017, out in quarters, and MSI 2018, runner-up. At those events, he had a 2.6 KDA, 3.9 CS per minute, 75 KP. That is facilitator beyond belief. Obviously, that is many years ago. He's 24 years old now. 2017, he would have been 18 years old or so. 329 gold per minute, 242 damage per minute, and at those events he got smoke showed. In the first 15 minutes he was down just 100 gold, but 12 CS and 125 XP, 3 solo kills in the 12 games, going 8-4. Kind of goes to show you, though, how facilitator-oriented he was at those events, because he was down 12 CS but only 100 gold. So he's getting things done, and that's actually very important, right? So the way I view things when it comes to junglers, especially, you're either farming or you're making something happen. That is your job, right? To, frankly, in my opinion, create, gank, make things happen, offset leads, take objectives. Some people may say, yeah, but if you carry and you get farm, it's like, yes, you carry, you get farm, and then you have to carry. If you're getting farm and you're not doing anything, then that farm could have been used elsewhere. So, good numbers out of Cuzz domestically. Internationally, he was much younger then. In mid lane, we have BDD at 24 years old as well. Did well this past this past summer, and frankly all year long. Some people in the Discord considered him to be one of the best LCK mids. I forget where I had him in my All Pros, but 6.3 KDA, 8.7 CS per minute, 70.3 KP. BDD made things happen. He's a very good facilitator. This team, like I said, has one clear look to it, and it is mid lane facilitator, top lane carry. 413 gold per minute, which is 21.5% of gold. So he and Kiin splitting gold pretty close. 554 damage per minute, though. So that's 26.4% of the team's damage. He's clearly secondary carry when it comes to damage. On average, he doesn't open up leads. 110 gold, CS even, down 80 XP, 8 solo kills in 57 games, 11 champions played. Internationally, he's the one with the most success on the team. He's 31-21. At Worlds 2017 and 2020, he would be out in quarters. 2021, out in semifinals. MSI 2018, he was runner-up alongside Cuzz. I think that was with Longzhu Gaming or King Zone Dragon X before DRX became what they were, something like that. One of those teams. Domestically, in those 52 games, his numbers are okay. He stands his ground, but BDD is not a dominant mid laner. He is not somebody that's going to get a bunch of solo kills. He's not a guy that's going to gap his opponent. He's going to go around and try and do things. And frankly, that's okay if you have a guy like Kiin and aiming, if you can actually execute. Similar to a jungler, you need to execute. If you do not get anything out of your roams, then that's where we have a problem. So 2.8 KDA, 8.5 CS per minute, 70.3 KP internationally, 397 gold per minute, 474 damage per minute, on average pretty close, 175 gold, 3 CS, 170 XP up, 12 solo kills in those 52 games. At 80 carry, there's aiming. Aiming I consider to be a very good player. Aiming had an 8.9 KDA, 10.5 CS per minute, 75 KP this past split. He's one of the best players in Korea. I consider him to be one of the best 80 carries there. Last year, I think I had him in my top 3 in summer as well. Aiming very underrated. Obviously fighting around him with 75 KP. 502 gold per minute, which is 26% of the team's gold. That is fed beyond belief. You're not going to see many 26%, especially over a 57-game span. 630 damage per minute is 30.1% of the team's damage. On average, up 435 gold, 3 CS, 345 XP. So, similarly to everybody else, not big diffies at 15 minutes. They're not lane dominant. Kiin probably could pull it off. Aiming Lehends probably could pull it off, but that's just not the way the team plays. It plays passively when it comes to, it doesn't necessarily play passively. It just doesn't, this team just doesn't open up leads at 15 minutes like that. I'm sure people are going to say, yeah, but what about this game or that game? It's like the stats over 57 say something else, right? So, 6 solo kills, 11 champions, 57 games. However, aiming 23 years old, only 23-year-old on the team. No international experience, so this is going to be interesting. Can he stand his ground? Can he be that 80 carry that I consider him to be? Like at this event, I think he is. After Ruler and I would say Elk, I think really, I could probably. Well, you got Gala, we have Light, we have Aiming. I think Aiming's in that conversation. I think he's very good. Guma, obviously. So that's a thing. Lehends at support, 24 years old, 4.7 KDA, 71 2 KP, 311 vision score per minute, 172 wards placed per minute. So on average, placing 8 to 9 wards every 5 minutes. A control ward every other minute, and clears 1 ward every 3 minutes. 11 champions, 57 games. Internationally, he's played 27 matches. Worlds 2019 out in quarters, and 2022 out in semifinals. He went 17 and 10. The stats: 2.7 KDA, 77 5 KP. So Lehends very active when it comes to being there when his team fights. I mean, 3 out of every 4 to 4 out of every 5 kills. Vision score not quite as strong, 257 vision score per minute. Placed about 7 to 8 wards every 5 minutes. A control ward every other minute, and about clearing 1 ward every 3 minutes. So the control ward and clearing pretty similar, but vision score not as high because the bot lane's not as dominant at those international events, because, hell, it's an international event. Things are going to be a little tighter. So this team, I think, if it could get itself together, could certainly win. I think that, like, the way they were playing at Summer and Times had the potential to win. JDG obviously looked very scary. BLG looked good at times, and there are obviously Gen G and T1 beat this team, right? So there are quite a few teams that are in that conversation. Weibo, for another example. Hell, if Scout and Tarzan gets going, LNG, right? All 8 LCK teams, not Eastern teams, have a chance. So I think that, this team definitely has some interesting pieces to it. So thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, like it, subscribe to this channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.